Yeah.
I mean,
What's the situation?
I don't know. I feel like I've tried dating, but I haven't dated like a lot because I tend to be in a relationship. I was in one for a long time, but I think definitely a few, but I don't think there's like a hardcore rule. Like if you guys connected, I guess it depends on how much you connect with the person. I don't have like a rule, but.
Okay. No, but so would you hook up with someone the first night? Nothing wrong with that. Just.
Yeah, not preferably, but if it went that way, I wouldn't be upset about it.
Okay. Because some people like say, oh, third date. Some people want to wait longer.
Or some people think it's like bad if you hook up on the first date.
Yeah. Personally, I like to wait, but like if I.
How long?
Like at least like 4 or 5 dates, but at the same time.
4 or 5. God
well,
damn.
you gotta know that they like you, but at the same time, I do have like some people that like I have hooked up with them on like the first time.
So how do you like differentiate between?
Because I know that we're only hanging out to hook up.
Wait, so just to be clear, let me. If there's a guy where he just wants to hook up, you just want to hook up, first night.
Yeah, if under the right circumstances, yeah.
But then,
if I meet a guy, like okay. Previously I met a guy at the bar, but like he was a very genuine person. Like he was very into the relationship type, and like I am too. So like he's not the guy that I'd be like, oh, I just want to hook up with you and that's that. We both waited, we both like talked about it. That's another thing, like you talk about it, you know.
Wait,
like,
but so did he want to have sex with you and then you made him wait?
We both wanted to, but
really?
we both wanted to have sex and we both waited. Yeah, actually.
No. Well, obviously you both waited because one person in that dynamic can set the terms for that. Yeah. But you're telling me he also wanted to wait.
Because...
or is it that you said...
You want me dead ass?
Sure.
He was a virgin, so...
I mean, I can kind of see that, but... And you were not a virgin, correct?
No.
So you took his virginity.
Yeah.
How was it? How was the sex?
Like a virgin.
Wow.
Yeah.
God damn.
But he got better.
Score.
I taught him some stuff.
Till you score. That's right, baby.
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
Like there have been circumstances where I've had sex on the first date. There've been circumstances on the second, third date. But it doesn't matter how long you make a man wait. Once you have sex, it's either there or it's not. Yeah. So there's either that connection or it's not. You can make them wait 12 days, 3 days, 1 day, 90 days, whatever the you're making them wait. Like there's either chemistry connection or there's not. And whether they want to continue to pursue their relationship. So
good answer.
I can agree with that.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. That's a very good point. Like the thing is that oftentimes a lot of women will wait.
They think that they can keep man
because you're making them wait.
Yeah, because you're making them wait, and they will continue like want to date you and pursue you because you think you're emotionally connecting.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Like once you have sex, it's either there or it's not.
Yeah.
And so on to the next.
It's sort of, it is a bit of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation with women. Because on one hand, there are definitely guys out there that if you sleep with them too soon, they're going to think a certain type of way about you. But also if you make a guy wait, then you might start getting feelings for him, but he's just still after sex, and then he sleeps with you, he gets what he wants, and he's gone.
Yeah.
So,
but there's also, you can sleep on a first night, first date, but if there's that connection,
then he
will continue pursuing and dating you versus like, she slept on the first date.
Yeah.
Like,
and there's also scenarios where if you make a guy wait too long, then
they're like, bye.
Then they're or they would have otherwise liked to have continued seeing you, but if you make him wait too long, he's gonna think, like, this is how I'll think sometimes. If a girl makes me wait too long, I'm gonna think she's playing a game. The only time where I feel like it can be kind of justified to wait is if you're genuinely like that's been your standards for all your previous men. But hold on, you've slept with 30 guys before, you've had a bunch of one night stands, you've had a hoe phase, and now you're going to make me wait? You're playing a game now. And now it's a game. So I'm already, now I'm thinking, okay, let's play the game. Whereas if it's genuine, like if it's a girl who's a virgin, for example, okay, fine.
Yeah,
But like,
that's different.
then you're
though.
playing a game. Like now you're either I'm gonna think you're not that into me because you gave it up to this. You hooked up with this guy, no problem. You're gonna make. So you're telling me that guy with the jerk, the asshole, you gave it to him the first night, but I'm the good guy. You want to make me wait 3 days,
But
4 days, 5 days?
Because you're a good guy, and like maybe they want to.
You should be rewarding the good men. I think that's how. But
Okay. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't. For me personally, I if a girl wanted to hook up quick, like I wouldn't view her like, oh, she's, because I think you can hook
You
up.
would do it.
Yeah.
No, but I think you can hook up with someone relatively fast and still not have a high body count, because a lot of guys care about body count, right? So
Yeah.
you can have sex with someone fairly quickly, but also be relationship minded. There's other indicators of if you're
Definitely.
what's that?
Definitely
I said definitely.
I agree
Yeah,
with
there's
that.
other indicators of promiscuity, and like of the I've had multiple long-term relationships. I dated a girl for 5 years. I had a 2-year one. I had a 1-year one. All those relationships, it wasn't like let's wait 10 dates and then no, it was like within the first 1, 2, or 3 times we hung out, we had sex, and those were all long-term relationships. So I don't know, this idea of waiting in order to secure a guy
It doesn't
for a
work.
relationship, it doesn't work.
No.
Like if he's down for you, like.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you could do like a token, like maybe not the first time, but like, I don't know, if you like the guy and you,
If the vibes are right.
if
if
that's
the
your
vibe-
standard,
yeah.
it, like some girls, they might genuinely like for all the guys they've ever slept with, it's like, hey, I want to know,
wait
I
X
want to
amount
know
of
you for a
times.
month.
Yeah.
Then that's fair. But if you had a hoe phase, you've hooked up like a month ago, you hooked up with a guy first night. There's no way a guy might know, but I'm just like, it's for me, it's a rule. If you hooked up with a guy the first night
but
a
how
month
would
ago,
you know?
well, I mean, you wouldn't, but it's
Yeah,
still
exactly.
like to just thinking about it, like for you to have 2 sets of standards. Okay, for this guy, first night, but then this guy who I actually want, who I want a relationship with, I'm gonna make him wait. I don't know. I feel like that's game playing.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you
No.
think about girls who like they'll fuck on the first night but they're interested in you?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It still works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like if there's connection, it will work. But if there's not, at the end of the day, you're just ripped up, bended quickly. You have sex, you don't connect. Okay, on to the next.
Yeah.
But you should probably, like, if you want something more serious, like you should probably have a sense of what that guy's looking for. So that's, I mean, there are women who will
What if
sleep
it's
with a
just
guy.
fuck buddies?
What's that?
What
If
it's
that's
just,
what
like,
you
fuck
want,
buddies? Like just that's what's going on.
what's the question?
Like like what if you guys are just like buddies and like no one said what they want, but you guys are just
Well, but what I'm saying is establishing these sorts of understandings
That's
before
when
you
you
even
need to
sleep
talk about it.
with someone first.
Yeah.
Like if your concern as a woman is, hey, I don't want to rack up a high body count, you can sleep with a guy relatively quickly, but you need to have a sense of where his headspace is at.
Yeah.
Also, if you're chasing after boys, like he's not going to commit to you. Also, you need a reasonable, and I think all the girls at this table, you know, because we'll have girls come on and they'll like say, I'm a 10. I think I'm a 10.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a reasonable self-assessment of your physical attractiveness, where you stand in terms of your attraction to fuck, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me play this. Tongue tied here, guys. If you don't have a reasonable self-assessment of where you stand in terms of your physical appearance, you're going to be chasing after a certain caliber of guy, and that caliber of guy is never going to commit to you. So if you think you're a 10, here's the thing, like a guy who's to use the numbers, right? A guy who's a 9 will gladly sleep with a girl who's a 7 or a 6 or a 5. He's not going to ever commit to her for a long-term relationship, but he'll gladly welcome the easy access to sex.
Yep.
So if a woman is chasing after like a top-tier guy that's maybe more attractive than her, you might be able to sleep with him. It might be exciting. he might be really hot, he might be great in bed, but you're not going to get commitment. And then you're actually kind of like fucking yourself, because then you start looking at the guys who are your looks equivalent. And all of a sudden, the guys that would otherwise be your looks equivalent, the guys that would be faithful to you in a relationship, the good, dutiful boyfriends, you're going to think you're settling for what is actually your equal. And then you're just so, and it's pretty easy for women to sleep with like really attractive men. An average woman can sleep with a guy who's much more attractive than her, but like an average guy can't really sleep with a girl who's hot. So we don't have the same opportunity to like ourselves, our wiring into like not being willing to settle for a girl that's like kind of on our level. So
I've actually seen a lot of bomb guys with like girls.
Yeah, because they just end up settling.
Well, men we date down.
Yeah.
Why? So no one steals your girl?
No, just like that's how it is. That because honestly, it's with social media and dating apps. Listen, a lot of you are gassed up. Have you ever seen a girl's Instagram comments on her Instagram? Yeah. Y'all be gassing each other up. Then you get you get a ton of DMs from guys. Right. You get on dating apps. You guys get bombarded by guys. But these guys, a lot of these guys, you have to separate. So there's physical attraction and then there's relationship attraction.
Definitely.
So guys will sleep with you, but they might not want to be
with you
in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think women should only be sleeping with men that see you as
a relationship
material. Relationship. I mean, if you don't, look, you're free to do whatever you want, but like,
that makes sense.
Thank you.
If you want, if you want to be the town bicycle and get run through, you can do it.
Town bicycle. What a saying.
Everybody rides it.
Makes
like
sense.
the bikes that you ride on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone.
But like,
and I say this because